working for you. Fox 2 News at 6 starts now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the HD show. We begin with a kind of a tragic situation that seems to be happening seemingly more and more. We're talking about another wrong-way crash on the Lodge, which claims the life of a 58-year-old driver in this case.
Yeah, we are sad to report this unfortunate situation, which, as you mentioned, seems to be happening with regular frequency. The victim was driving the wrong way when he hit a Detroit Transit bus, apparently head-on. Police got to the scene after 4:30 this morning on the Lodge near Log Cabin Avenue. Investigators tell us the impact of the crash caused the pickup truck to burst into flames. The bus driver was taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries.
And Michigan State Police are also investigating a fatal single-car crash. This also happened on the Lodge. Police arrived at the scene late Friday night near Elmhurst Avenue. Investigators tell us one person was killed in this crash, and the cause is still under investigation at this time.
And Lincoln Park police are looking for a driver who hit a pedestrian and then just left that person in the street. This happened Thursday night on Southfield Road between Fort and Jefferson. That's where police say a man was hit by a black SUV. We're told the driver stopped for a moment, but apparently then sped off. The victim was taken to the hospital with critical injuries. If you have any information about this crash, please reach out to Lincoln Park Police or you can call Crime Stoppers.
We're going to go to Inkster now, where police there are on the hunt for a suspect that's wanted in connection to a shooting of a 15-year-old teenager. Yeah,
that teen suffering gunshot wounds to the leg and groin area. Police tell us multiple shots were fired on Hazelwood Street after 11 this morning. The 15-year-old boy is in stable condition. We're very happy to report. Police aren't releasing any information on the suspect right now. The cause of that shooting is also, of course, under investigation.
Police in Detroit asking for your help as they search for 3 suspects wanted in connection to a homicide. Police tell us the suspects exchanged fire with a 47-year-old victim. This was all taking place during a robbery. It happened Tuesday afternoon on Shaner. Investigators say the suspects got away in a light-colored Chevy Impala with tinted windows, and a license plate covered the damage to the rear passenger side. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers or police. The number for Crime Stoppers, 1-800-SPEAK-UP, always. You will remain anonymous here.
Well, this is a story we followed for a while now, when we're hearing from the widow of Oakland County Deputy Brad Reckling for the first time since her husband was gunned down earlier this year.
Yeah, so sad. As Fox 2's Camila Mary tells us, there's plenty of criticism over a judicial ruling that allowed the suspects to be on the streets in the first place.
Just bringing awareness and hoping for some change so that somebody doesn't have to be in the position that I'm in.
Jacqueline Reckling speaking to local media for the first time since her husband, Oakland County Sheriff Deputy Brad Reckling, was killed in the line of duty last June. The deputy's widow, pregnant with the couple's 4th child, joined Sheriff Michael Bouchard Friday to talk about her husband's murder and the 3 teenagers charged with his death.
I feel like this really was preventable. Had the decision process been different and different decisions been made, we could have had a very different outcome.
2 of the 3 teenagers were out on bond on other alleged crimes when Reckling was pursuing them. The teens in a stolen car and believed to be part of a car theft ring. 18-year-old Raymond DeBose charged with fatally shooting Reckling.
He was already on the radar. He was already part of an existing violent case and was allowed to go back out on the street.
A second suspect, Marquise Goins, also out on the streets after bonding out of jail earlier this year.
3 months later, Deputy Reckling was dead. These were 2 of the 3 people that have been charged now with his death.
Jacqueline Reckling and Sheriff Bouchard talking about this as the State House addresses the issue of bail and bond reform.
We keep hearing in different debates about we need more gun laws. Time and time again, we've arrested people, including these people, with guns, and they're still out on the street. You cannot have accountability in the system without all pillars being involved in that accountability, and that means judges too.
Had some of these decisions been different, had his bond not been reduced, maybe Brad would have still been here and I would have still had my husband and my kids would still have their dad.
In Pontiac, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
An international human trafficking ring has been busted in Metro Detroit. The state attorney general announced several arrests after the raids of 4 massage parlors.
If you are engaged in human trafficking through one of these illicit sex parlors, it's only a matter of time, hopefully, before we discover you.
And this follows an investigation over the summer into parlors in St. Clair Shore, Sterling Heights, Highland Park, and Detroit, all of them raided on Friday. We're told there are up to 9 victims from China and Korea. Officials say the alleged trafficking ring is among the largest ever uncovered in Michigan.
This is an operation that involved crossing state lines, so you have individuals who do not live in the state of Michigan, and they would be coming into Michigan, making their rounds, going to the casino to launder their money, and then exiting the state of Michigan.
And right now, police are looking for suspects who have been charged, but as of now have not been located.
Another update to a story that we followed rather extensively for some time. A trial date has been set for a woman who crashed into a Monroe County boat club that killed 2 children.
Yeah, Marcella Chidester was back in court this week, the judge setting a trial date for March 2025. The 67-year-old is facing second-degree murder and other charges tied to the April crash. During her hearing, her attorney filed several motions, including a request to move the trial to another court. He also filed a motion to delay Chidester's trial pending the outcome of a case involving her doctor, Ram Garg. Garg is currently facing charges for allegedly running a pill mill. Chidester's attorney claims he was negligent in allowing her to drive because of her medical conditions. Prosecutors have until January 10th to respond to these motions.
A car dealership in Livonia has its license reinstated after a brief suspension for leasing used cars as new. The Michigan Department of State suspended the LaFontaine Motors license on Wednesday for violating the Michigan Vehicle Code multiple times. Employees were also allegedly told to submit false information. The dealership has agreed to pay $25,000 in fines and in penalties.
Well, today is a somber day in American history. It marks 83 years since bombs fell on Pearl Harbor during World War II.
Yeah, on this day back in 1941, more than 2,000 Americans were killed in that attack. 8 battleships were sunk off the coast of Hawaii. The surprise attack by the Japanese military killed or injured more than 3,500 members of the U.S. military and some civilians. President Franklin Roosevelt at the time called the attack, quote, a day that will live in infamy. It resulted in the U.S. officially joining the Allied forces in World War II after remaining a neutral state.
All right, time for us now to get a check of the weather. It was, I thought, pretty mild out there, although in northern Oakland County, we still got a nice coating of snow there.
Yeah, it was cold, but comparatively, it was rather warm, and maybe that warming trend might continue for a little bit longer. Here's Stephanie Mead to tell us all about it.
Yeah, I think so, and it was noticeably a little bit better than days past. Temperatures today topped out in the upper 30s, around 37 in Lansing too, 46 in Muskegon. So that's kind of foreshadowing in what's to come as we head through the next day or two. So it's going to feel even better tomorrow, and then possibly seeing a few showers to open up your work week next week. We're still hovering in the 30s in the city, 37 in Detroit, 37 in Lansing, 40s a bit closer to northern parts of the state. Winds are a bit gusty too, directly out of the south, anywhere between 20 and 25 miles per hour. So the wind has most certainly stuck around with us, but it is a southerly wind, so that is funneling in some slightly warmer air. A few showers in northern parts of the state, a little bit of a light mixing up near Bad Axe, extending into the Thumb, and then some lighter showers, maybe a light mixing as well just north of Flint. So something to kind of look out for that might seep into northern Oakland County, northern Macomb County before the day is done. Otherwise, temps as we head through the rest of this evening, I think hovering in the upper 30s, lower 40s, and then eventually overnight we'll see those numbers come down to the lower 30s. Partly cloudy skies, chilly, but improvements compared to the past couple of mornings. 46 tomorrow. By Monday, we should be reaching the 50-degree mark. With that, though, we do see a pretty good shot for some rain. Then by Tuesday, most of it's going to be mainly dry. Temperatures, though, are going to take a bit of a tumble. We'll be in the mid-40s. Late rain, possibly a light wintry mix. 46 tomorrow. Our precip chances returning as early as Monday. Sticking around for the morning drive. There will be breaks in the rain, and it's not going to be an all-day rain come Monday. I think Monday afternoon, Monday evening, we do begin to dry out. So here's our Fox Futurecast model. Brings in the rain during the morning drive. That should be out of here by your lunch hour. There might be a few breaks in the clouds. And then by Tuesday evening, early Wednesday, we could be looking at additional, maybe lighter flurries, a lighter mix. Nothing that's going to give us accumulation, though. As we head through the next 7 days, temps will begin to cool Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We return to the 30s, few in the 20s, and then we rebound back to the 40s by Saturday of next weekend. Don't forget, you can always get the latest forecast by checking the Fox 2 Weather app, downloaded for free in the App Store or Google Play.
All right, Stephanie, thank you very much. Let's talk about the iconic Eloise Asylum. It's being transformed from scary, as you may recall during the Halloween time, to merry for the new My Bright Lights Christmas show.
Yeah, I like that. You can always sneak in a little bit of rhyming. It's a good thing around this time of year. An immersive outdoor light show featuring dazzling lights, festival displays, and so much more. Fox 2's Scott Wolchek gives us a look.
Well, get ready for so much fun. This event is called My Bright Lights. It's a drive-through smart light show. You can see little Christmas trees singing. I'm here with Kyle. Tell me what's so special about this awesome setup that you guys have.
So we are bringing Metro Detroit's first synchronized pixel light show to life. So guests can arrive, turn their radio station to our channel, and then all of our lights will sync up to the music.
And it's so cool. It's at Eloise Asylum, but you were saying you've changed scary into merry.
Yes. So we know it has a dark past, but we're trying to create a family-friendly event. So we're taking scary and turning it into merry here.
Very cool. So what can people expect if they're driving through here?
So they'll see 250,000 lights. We have about 35 songs in our playlist. And then after guests go through the drive-through, we also have a walk-through area called Santaland with a full-size gingerbread house, lots of photo opportunities, warming tent with movies, photos with Santa. You know, we have a whole lot of attraction here.
Very cool. It sounds like you guys are in such a good holiday spirit. What's it like driving through here and seeing the trees, the little stars actually singing the song?
Yeah, you know, putting it together, we see all the renderings on a computer, but it's just not the same as seeing it in real life.
So cool. And you can come out here to Westland, see it yourself. They open up at 5 to 10 every day, and it's just such a fun way to get into the holiday mood. You got to check it out for yourself. Reporting in Westland, Scott Wolchek, Fox 2 News.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays!
Oh, look at that good-looking crew there. Holiday season is here, which means those red kettles are back collecting donations. I could still hear the bells. The Fox 2 crew out in full force, ringing bells all across Metro Detroit. We're talking about Taryn, Roop, Bree, Teamer, me, and my boys, who are Mason and Langdon at the Kroger in Troy. There you see Charlie, Scott, Wolchek, and Lori ringing bells in Hazel Park. Jamie and Lauren out in Farmington Hills. A good time had by all. We met a lot of cool people and hopefully raised a lot of money for that needy families in need right there.
Yeah, so the Salvation Army obviously does a lot of very good work, and their Red Kettle campaign is a huge part of fundraising every year. So they really rely on it. So it's great that a lot of people got out, and including you, and ringing those bells.
I had my mittens on. It was cold, but you know.
I've been there in the past.
You have.
It is,
yes, you have.
It is very cold, but worth it.
Yes, totally.
Very much a good cause.
Yep.
All right, so a Ferndale nonprofit is teaming up with a local daycare to bring smiles to the faces of children and families in need for the holidays.
This weekend, they're giving away tons of toys, coats, gloves, and so much more. Fox 2's Josh Landon explains how you can participate.
Impacting our community. That's the focus of the annual holiday giveaway. It's a partnership between the Horton Family Resource Foundation along with the LACC Child Care Academy. And this effort is led by Lori Clark Horton. Decades of working in the community, this giveaway is entering its 5th year.
When you see children coming to school to a child care facility with no coats, no hats, no shoes, it's very touching. It's very, it's like, no, I have to do something.
And something is being done. The Academy and Foundation have been spending the past few days preparing to help those in need. As of now, more than 200 people are pre-registered, but walk-ins are welcome to show up Sunday afternoon and take advantage of the various resources.
Toys, clothes, laptops, computers, a lot of the bluey things that the children like. You name it, we're gonna have it. Hats, gloves, bicycles, a lot of, just about everything you can think of right now, we're gonna have.
Clark Horton says the goal is to provide a nice holiday season and to also help Metro Detroiters brave the bitter cold that's currently making a strong statement as we wrap up 2024.
Toys, yes, but we want to make sure as many families as possible can be warm during this holiday season.
The holiday giveaway is this Sunday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And the address is 22720 Woodward Avenue, Suite 110 in Ferndale.
I'm really grateful. I'm thankful that they were able to supply us with so many coats and so many shoes and toys. I'm just very, very grateful, and I'm just overjoyed.
Josh Landon, Fox 2 News.
All right, lots of good cheer. We look forward to seeing you back here tonight after sports.
Have a great night.